Equanimity. Equanimity.
All right, guys.
Equanimity.
My name is John Weeks.
Hi, John.
Hi, John Weeks.
Okay, we just started the recording.
I'm here to talk about a lot of things. Starting with equanimity. Just happens to be the title of this little presentation. Do any of you guys know what equanimity means?
Listen, it has something to do with being evil.
No. I'm guessing that's a no. Nobody knows what equanimity means.
Life.
Equanimity is the mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper. Also known as the stability of the mind, or just calmness in general. It's also the name of a Dave Chappelle special, but it's a real word too. Now, the way I see it, real equanimity it cannot be achieved, because like a utopian society, it's not something we can do with the way the human mind works and the way life works. Now, I'm going to come back to that. Why are you the way that you are?
People have been asking, yeah.
Now, we can simply answer this question by analyzing three of these basic qualities that affect our identity. First is the time. Now, the date that we're born in, the generation that we are a part of, affects us as a whole, as just a people in general. We see a lot of things that are acceptable, things that are not acceptable, that 100 years ago, 200 years ago, they would have seen as, they would have probably had different views. Your geography. Here in America, we have a lot of resources available to us that, let's say, in Australia, they may not. So throughout time, people, it's been lessened, the effects of this as globalization has occurred, and people have been able to have better access to different technologies and things like this. But your geography affects this. The personnel, I see this as the people around us. Personalities of the people you are surrounded by. This is a society, people in society. Now, what the fudge does that have to do with anything?
Thank you.
In one single society, differences appear across almost every single corner. All right, but so just imagine all the differences that were going to appear all across the globe. Now, let me ask you a question. If everybody was the same all across the world, how would that change our identity different from how it exists now?
Is that recorded?
No, it's a question. You don't have to raise your hand. Someone just say something.
I don't know.
You don't know?
We don't be the same.
So let me tell you. It won't. Buckle your seatbelt, buddy. It's about to get real. Now, we are all humans. We learn through. We become intelligent through the process of learning. We eat food to survive, and we all have activities that keep us happy and occupied. Now, there are differences between everybody, but we are all the same. We are all humans. Humans, Homo sapiens. That is our. Drop the word. That is our species essence. We are Homo sapiens. That is our race. People nowadays see race as I'm white, he's black. He's Asian. We are not, our race is our Homo sapiens. That is our species essence. Society estranges us from our species essence through social norms created by the three things we talked about before: time, geography, and personnel. Moving on, let's talk about things. What's a thing?
Anything.
A thing. T-H-I-N-G, thing.
Like a chair. Or like a thing. Anything.
It's something. It's an object.
Anything and everything.
That's a synonym for a thing. What's an object?
An item.
That's a synonym for a thing. What's an item?
Something that you use.
Yeah, something that
Yes,
makes
but no.
Something that exists.
A thing is a noun.
No.
Person, place, or thing.
Or animal.
A noun is a figure we use in speech to classify things that exist in the physical world. Come up here. We use nouns to classify things in the physical world. Now, what is the physical world? The physical world is anything and everything that we can measure. If you cannot measure it, it is not real. It does not exist in the physical world.
get a tattoo.
How about everything?
I want a tattoo.
Pressure, air pressure.
How about everything? Everything. Everything. All things. Everything includes all things. Now, a thing is a noun, and you cannot measure a noun. So is a noun real? A noun is not real. A thing is not real. Everything is not real. Nothing is real.
What about right now?
Everything is nothing.
Something is
Our world as we know it is made up of things. Everything. Nothing is real.
That's deep.
A utopian society is nothing more than magical realism. I meant to put this in a different slide, that quote. That's all good. Now, we're just going to do a quick recap, all right? Equanimity is impossible. Our race is stratified through social norms given to ourselves. Nothing is real.
Bro, you're tripping me
So
out.
yeah, I know. This sounds pretty bad. Our situation is pretty hopeless. Not much point to life. If only there was a way to efficiently solve our problems and benefit everybody. You guys have any solutions? Funny you'd say that. Communism! Yeah, it sounds pretty crazy. But just listen. The abolishment of social classes. High five, Paul. That's good. The abolishment of social classes to make us all feel as equal as we really are. Because all we really are is humans. Homo sapiens.
Heroes.
Everybody has the same things. Think about that.
I've got a dingling and she doesn't.
1 over 1 is 1. The math whiz is in the classroom. That is 1 equals 1. Now, 1,000 over 1,000 is also 1. Anybody can do this math. All right? If all of us in this room all had 1,000 things, we all had the same exact thing, we would still only have one thing. And all that is ourselves. Because all you really have is yourself.
Dude.
Nothing is real. All you have is what you have, which is yourself.
John.
You sound retarded.
You've got me. It's okay. You
Now,
got
true
1,000.
equanimity can really only be achieved in a utopian-like society. I can't give you that, but communism is a close second.
Tell us more.
Tell you more
I'm intrigued by Stalin's book.
about communism? I can tell you that it really sure does beat the bottom of the barrel that capitalism can throw you into.
I agree.
Also, hammer and sickle. What's cooler than that?
What?
Now, how can you make this happen? That's the international sign for communism.
Oh.
How can you make this happen? How can we make this happen? We can achieve this in my easy 3-phase plan, shown below.
Jumble
Phase 1, a revolution must occur. It must take place in order to overthrow the existing government. I propose that I can lead this. I mean, I think I'm a pretty good leader. Phase 2, we take the government, a dictator or supreme leader or group of leaders. I support me, but it's all good. Must be put in place to gain absolute control over the proletariat, or the working class, or the people in our society that will dominate the moment communism takes over. Now, phase 3, you are communism.
We are?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Questions?
Yeah, what is equanimity again?
You can applaud now.
Yeah, what do you